thinking?
I think if both teams play as well as they're meant to, then Nigma should be looking at the late game. But of course, in Dota, there's always those moments where Quap suddenly gets 2 kills on a mid laner because some SD rotation now. Morph is equal farm to loot. It's like all these variables.
Yeah.
But I do think on paper, Quest should be the early game favorite team, and Nigma has a lack of damage and should be struggling. And I did just get a text from...
Congrats.
Yeah, they're agreeing. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. And let's get into it. It is test time for this new Nigma Galaxy lineup. Finally, they have to bring their plans to the forefront of their game as they play up into the side of PSG Quest. I mean, these guys, they're good. They're not the best in the region. Onega currently goes to Falcons, but if anybody wants to bring a fight to Falcons, then you've got to make short work of your opponent here. Will we have a close game? Will it be a one-sided stomp? I don't know, but that's what we're going to find out here in game number 1 of Nigma Galaxy versus PSG Quest. I think when we're looking at the lanes, this mid lane, I think Samelja do fine on the Queen of Pain versus Lina. Lina, obviously, we always know those early levels are pretty brutal to play into. I think with the changes to Dragon Slave, maybe it's not quite as bad as it used to be. But it's still a bit of a struggle. But Quap, pretty not bad herself in the first few levels, so she'll survive through that easily enough.
Yeah, I think Lina's a very good hero in regards to dealing with Quap, right? Because Quap always wants to go for Shadow Strike. She can't really do that against Lina because of how high range she has. So it is a matter of who can push the wave more effectively. And of course, Lina has 2 spells to push a wave, be it with LSA and Dragon Slave, whilst Quap only has the single spell, right? That one's Scream of Pain. So I think the matchup normally is like 60-40 Lina, just because of the efficiencies that there is. But rotations always can offset that matchup. As Koyori already getting disrupted up.
Taking a couple of clicks. And down on the bottom side, you will see that Malik actually blocked the lane really heavily, forcing Miracle under tower. So, Morphing's going to be absolutely fine CSing under tower, to be honest with you, but still kind of annoying that the wave's now going to be pushing in.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing to do, especially against a Morphling, because like the Morphling level 2 timing isn't we've lost the lane, they can kill us, right? It's I've leveled Adaptive Strike. And you compare this to some troll or some other hero that has a little bit more fight in their laning presence. Doing this type of thing could be a little bit awkward if they have just good lane position. But yeah, Malik has a double wave in front of his tower. They haven't blocked any of the camps though, so we will be looking later at bot lane on how they navigate that one. But in top lane, we do have the Undying Luna versus the Centaur and Shadow Demon. Undying, naturally one of the best enabling position 5s in the game.
Yeah, always known for his strength. This combo is going to be annoying, the disruption into the stomp for Matthew and FBZ, but nothing that TA2000 has to worry about just yet. Maybe a little later on. But I mean, it is a Luna versus Shadow Demon matchup, so late game as well, and Luna gets all this farm. Matthew, he's going to be having a great time with those illusions.
Yeah, the difference here is yesterday we saw Matthew leave FBZ alone for some time. That won't be occurring now because the Undying will always be annoying the Centaur. So we won't be seeing SDB as active. And that's kind of where I expect the mid matchup to really go one way. As you see from the Siesto, Sumo is styling on Noob right now. 12 for 6 on the Quap to the 7 and 2 of the Lina. We are
that's a bit of a beatdown, honestly. And Noob, he doesn't live up to his name usually. Very, very good laner for the most part. But
all right, just so you're aware, guys. No matter now, we go way back with Noob. Like 4 or 5 years. We've got the free pass to do this. All right. He's a wonderful lad. And in regards to if you want to know who's wholesome in the scene, Noob's that guy. His smile, infectious. His plays. Anyway, like I was saying, so he's getting slapped in the mid lane right now, just a little bit.
Yeah, he can't seem to trade at all with the Queen of Pain. It's kind of brutal.
Okay, jokes aside though, he did push the wave in early on, so the first couple of waves were under Sumel's tower. So then he was closer to the creeps. It was easy for him to decide the CS denies. It was just one of those incorrect pushes, and suddenly the lane gets a little bit weird. It is only a 5 deny difference that we're talking about, but in the first 3 minutes, that is recovering pretty substantial.
Fast. Yeah. Still though, good stuff for the first few minutes.
Yeah.
For a lane which, you can struggle in, you can always struggle against Alina. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very
Like on Pro
punishing
Tracker,
hero.
it is a 61% win rate for Lina against Quap in the mid lane.
Damn.
I just checked. I was like, I need to double check. I just threw out some random 60-40. I was like, all right, please, let me double check this. All right, we're good.
Mate.
Nailed it.
Bottom lane, very aggressive. As I feel like Malik and Omar are just playing like hand in hand. Meanwhile, Kuro is just out by himself, and Miracle's just doing his own thing in lane as well, which is, I guess, how you want it to go for the most part. Oh, Tier 2000's career actually goes down. We'll take a look at that in a minute as Kuro and Omar continuing to kind of just fight away at each other. Kuro, no stuns available. Doesn't want to throw the blood grenade out up the hill.
Kuro has been doing this a lot, though. Like, he's very... Like, he always wants to drag that 4 away from the lane. He often goes for like a wander to do stuff, and it is because he wants to give Miracle as much XP as possible. It kind of feels slightly off meta potentially, but I am going to say that Kuroki is one of the harder 5s that we're seeing in the pro scene nowadays. And if it works for Nigma, go for it. That's fine. Miracle will always be getting levels and farm based off of Kuroki's lack of sapping it, but yeah, often we do see supports just be greedier. You know, utilize that 7-minute wisdom rune to push you deeper into your levels and stuff. But we'll have to keep an eye out on how they recover.
Yeah, he tries to stand his ground and trade with Tier 2000, but it's just not possible, especially with Kaori backing him up. The decay is just too much for FPZ to deal with. And by the way, that was a pretty important courier kill as well, as they managed to take away the Luna. She had a full Wraith Band and also the Band of Elven skin on that courier. Matthew just snuck around and killed it. Just no wards or anything. Just straight up went and killed it off. So great movements from Matthew. And Malik's going to put Tier 2000 Bounders bottom side. They do get a kill onto Malik. Kuro and Miracle, they link up. And that damage from the Morphling can't be underestimated, especially with Avenge to back him up with a Wave of Terror.
Yeah, this laning phase is going really well for Nigma Galaxy. You've got your Queen of Pain, who had just a really strong start to give herself presence. Lina has slowly pulled ahead with the additional levels, being able to push out the wave more effectively. But the fact that you are killing all your lanes, I was holding, I was like, okay, hold on, he's going to kill first. There we go. But like Malik was diving deep bottom.
Up the kill, but yeah.
It's fine. That's a good trade, right? Matthew kills top. You've got Sumos of who done exceptionally well mid. You've then got Morphling, who's about to hit level 6 at minute 7 in bot lane. So yeah, I think Nigma's done very well in their lanes. Of course, they can't make quick moves on the map after this, and all of PSG Quest are farming evenly, right? When you look at the net worth of all 3 heroes, 2.7k net worth on all 3. As long as that stays the same and all of them just kind of equally farm up, this big grouping will still occur. So good start from Nigma, but again, still not enough to prevent the inevitable grouping from PSG Quest.
Tier 2000 just continually taking damage from FBZ up here in the top lane as well. Now he's got that Helm of Iron Will, just happy to spam out the double edge whenever he gets a chance to do so. Also in the mid lane, a little bit of a kerfuffle going on, leaving Miracle all by himself. Just get drained by Omar and Malik. And Kuro's just kind of left him now. He's like, yeah, I gave you a good start. You're good. And he's kind of right. Like, Miracle's not, sure he's getting, beaten up a little bit, but he's doing absolutely fine, top at net worth as well.
There's also another thing that I've seen from yesterday's games where it does look like Kuroki often goes aggressive on the map whilst the wisdom runes are contested. So rather than trying to take 2 wisdoms, they always go for 1 reliably and do something else in the meantime. We are seeing a lot more mids rotate to secure that wisdom room and kill off the position 5. So maybe it's like an evolution to the just accept it's 1 for 1. But it is something that Nigma does slightly different to other teams. Lina is TPing top.
Yeah, I think Tier 2000 caught a glimpse of Kuro in the trees because he backed away from that camp mid, farming it, but now they're just throwing everything down here. Noob trying to connect onto FBZ. He has got himself a stick and a fairy fire to try and keep himself alive, but no level 6, meaning he won't be able to get himself away from this one. The damage from the Dragon Slave is too much. Matthew, meanwhile, also being chased down by Omar and Kaori, trying to make it under the tower. Salve has been popped. Can he make his way through the tree line? I mean, Kaori's so aggressive from him. Samael's coming across. He sees a freebie. Stun out from the Lion, though. It's going to buy him a little bit of time with the disruption. That should seal the fate of Kaori and a sonic wave onto the camp just to make sure you get it down. And yeah, kind of... no, I thought he was going to farm the camp in the meantime as well, but no.
There's a rune to grab.
There is indeed.
Yeah. Or is he going to get it, though? Omar's already... Omar yoinks it. See ya.
Pesky lad, this one.
And
Oh,
then
it
takes
even
his
gives him
mana.
the drain as well.
You wish you
Oh,
had that
man.
rune. Yeah, that
Yep.
feels terrible.
What a savage.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty uncomfortable. Anyways, yeah, so Nigma, they're the ones to actually start the fight, right? Kuroki rallies the guys top, but I think, yeah, Noob, just really nice read there. Obviously, they saw the rotation quite early on, TPs preemptively, and you bring 4 heroes, and in the meantime, Luna's happy to farm up, and yeah, these are the type of moves that you expect to see from PSG Quest. Little surprised that Nigma were the ones to try and be that proactive, especially because Centaur was close to 6. It might have been beneficial to wait for him to get his Stampede up, because then even if you do take the fight, you have Stampede for when it's bad. So you force TP isn't out, but it's a matter of 20, 30 seconds difference in it being maybe better or worse.
Ooh,
And Sumo and Matthew, they have synced up.
Down on the bottom side, he is going to get himself
Sorry.
away on the Mars. Also on the top
There's
side.
2 things happening.
Yeah. Ah, nobody died, so
Yeah, we're
it's
good.
fine. No Titors here.
Me and the observer, we know what's up. We're watching the good. We're watching the good stuff. You know, the mid versus mid. We don't want to watch some
HP
more.
TP away.
Oh no, a starved offlaner potentially dying again. Boring. No, yeah. In fairness, the Nigma are applying a lot of pressure. That's the clear takeaway here. As we look top now, dying, also getting pressured here.
Yeah, that's going to be another one for some mail as they make the rotations across. And we did talk about Nigma not being able to make moves, but as Kuro goes down to the river, it's also kind of difficult for Quest to make moves if Mars is struggling this much because, you know, he's going to hit a late timing on the Blink Dagger and you don't really have any frontline other than this Mars at the moment.
Yeah, I think that one death of Malik in the bot lane really put him back, where if he had 6, he would be TPing into these engagements, right? He'd be setting up the kills, and yeah, just that one death really just hurt him a lot. And I think Noob, he's a very active mid laner naturally. He's always down to be available for the team, and you can see from his itemization, he is looking to go for the Aether Lens and most likely the Aghanims and go full magic build, which is the anti-morphling route to take, right? You play in the tree line, you pop that flame cloak and just Laguna a full HP morphling. We'll see how effective it is. But yeah.
It's definitely looking like there's going to be a bit of a disparity for sure in this game. And I mean, the Mars is starting to catch up, but yeah, making moves is going to be difficult for Quest. Let's see.
I mean, Miracle is complete free farm. Like, we cannot... There's nothing to really debate here. He is having an exceptional game, an uncontested game. He's got 70 CS, 18 denies. You compare that to Luna, like it's only like a 200 gold difference between the two of them. But I feel like the Morphling is the hero that like you expect the early farm to be slightly difficult, and then when he gets a couple items, he becomes like the unkillable hero. They are setting up on Kuroki though.
Ooh, disruption. It's going to buy him a little bit of time. In fact, probably enough time here as the cavalry's coming and Quest know they need to get away. I mean, good discipline from Quest there not to try and wait around to secure the kill because, you know, you're taking a fight so close to that middle tier 1 tower. Miracle! He gets caught out! Oh no, the stun from the high ground caught in Agi and the Laguna Blade to rip through the Morphling. Bye-bye, Miracle. And hello, Kaori, looking for another one. Jump in from the Queen of Pain, looking for a bit of response here. Justice for their fallen comrade, but Samael just being so annoyed by Omar here. But another LSA landing. Arena, Spear coming down on Samael. Samael, he can't get himself away. No blink available. He will fall. Matthew going to follow his teammate to the grave. And that is just 3 dead on the side of Nigma. What a blunder in the middle lane for them, unfortunately.
Oh, that is not the one. Seconds ago, I was saying... You know, Miracle is having, you know, the perfect game, uncontested. Free farm, he's a couple items away from, you know, unkillable. 2 seconds later, boom, dead. Oh my god. This has been the way that Nigma has played, though. It's like, they get themselves to a position of, like, convincing the fans that the game is stable, and then someone makes a really weird play, and then it goes back to being volatile. It's been the theme against Winter Bears. Every time, again, if you were watching game 2, 3, they would get an Aegis, dive tier 2s, lose it instantly. It's like same kind of logic here. They've just got themselves through laning phase. The game is super stable. They make a mid move, and because of just the you know the X factor that Noob can bring, boom, quick kill. Miracle just in the river, probably shouldn't have been there. yeah, these are the small things that prevent Nigma from just excelling in games that, in theory, should be not theirs. And it's too early to say, but a little bit easier to play, I
Unforced
guess.
error, I think, is probably... Yes. Dangling a tasty carrot in the middle lane, and then Omar just takes a bite out of it. I mean...
Yeah. It was Lion plus Cena, sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I have just been informed that apparently we don't have in-game audio on the stream, so very sorry about that. We will fix it after the break for game number 2. You just have to listen to our lovely voices until then, unfortunately, but we'll get it sorted for the next game for you guys.
I can do it for you. Where are we looking?
Yeah.
These are morphling right clicks.
Oh, I see.
He suddenly he had blood loss for a second. I got a bit excited. There you go.
I can't wait for a sonic wave and hear your lovely voice.
Yeah, oh, don't, I've got this.
I mean, it's been a very low kill game, all things considered, and considering the heroes in the game as well. 4 and 6 at 14 minutes. Like it's not exactly a bloodbath. I think that's just kind of the safety of both these teams, other than Miracle's yeet down the middle lane. For the most part, both the carries have been very, very far back, farming safely.
Oh, it's followers only chat. I'm not following the stream. I can't type.
So, Blink Dagger now complete onto Malik. That's a pretty big deal. I imagine we'll see Quest want to make a move immediately with this, and 4 heroes are just gathered already in the middle lane. Clearly, this is their timing they've been looking for. I like they're actually heading backwards. There we go. All right, Blink Dagger in hand. Who will turn up to the middle lane? Samael. Do you want to hit those creeps? Yes, he does. Will he regret it?
He's good positioning, kind of.
He can get to the trees.
They got it.
Omar comes in with the start. They're holding back, though. They see the jump on the backline, so they realize that Lina is in trouble. They need to come protect her, and here's the arena coming on down, holding back the center. The disruption's there to buy him a little bit more time. Noob, he's running out of health, though. FBC finishes the job before he goes down himself, but Eclipse comes ripping through the side of Nigma Galaxy, and they lose both their supports as well as their centaur. They walk straight into the trap. The Blink arena reveal on the Mars was perfect. And the discipline from Malik not to go on that Queen of Pain, but instead holding and helping out the Lina instead. Sure, the Lina dies regardless, but still, magnificent players coming out from Quest once again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so impressed by that as well. Like the fact that they find, like, for the Lion player as well, to not scream, I got the quap in that moment, to realize that the initiation is also going on the Lina, and then that split decision. Like so many players, if you're on Lion right now, you're kind of baiting your team to just go for the kill, right? But yeah, they have that ability to, in the moment, pivot their aggression, and sure, they go down, but it is just another disaster move for Nigma now. It's just a perfect level of execution from PSG Quest again. So the last 3 big engagements all going the way of PSG Quest, just based on how they're approaching the fight.
Yeah, the execution has just been better from them at the moment. But
Did we confirm, by the way, that the sound will not be returning until after game 1?
It has been confirmed, yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure, because I don't know if we said that part.
We did, yes. Omar, meanwhile, he's getting absolutely blasted. It will be Nigma starting with the first kill, but Kuro's going to go down, and it looks like Matthew's going to follow as he gets killed off as well. Malik with this Blink Dagger suddenly just awakening into the game and making some really big arenas. Noob. Oh, FBC, you greedy little horsey. He's going to get killed off by just farming this medium camp here. Noob under the cover of Invis does manage to snipe that one out, but yeah, a little greedy. Yeah. Once again, the offlaner and both supports are dead.
Yeah, just PSG Quest just making such disciplined moves together, right? They're bringing just the right amount of heroes to be able to bring the right amount of damage and aggression to then reset and keep building up this lead. And Luna now has 11,000 gold. Like minutes ago, we were talking about how Morphling was top net worth, uncontested, and now you can see how when a team makes just the better choices on the map, that economy can just be fully starved. And Malik blinks in again. Kuroki has been found, and he will be going down.
Definitely being a canary there is, Miracle's farming and wave. That's who they were really going for. But Kuro was able to tank the gank for his carry. But still, Quest, this is the death ball you were talking about. 5 heroes strong, running around the map together. How did Nigma fight this? Answer that question as they don't. And now Roshan's going to be the next target. This what is not going to last long at all. And Malik and Omar already on the hunt for more. Classic, take Roshan, go through the portal.
Oh, wait, I can make the... Wait. That was the Roshan dying sound, in case you're a Spotify listener.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting the audio is not on, so I do need to, assist where possible.
Indeed. Nigma, what timings are they waiting for? I mean, they've got the Yasha coming up on Miracle. They've got a BKB on Quap. Maybe that's the big timing where they come to a fight. But probably not until the age is gone regardless. Like, they need to start playing the map smart. Get out, shove some waves, be evasive.
Yeah, for Nigma, it's like you've tried to... I feel like Nigma right now has always had that mentality of they do better in moments where they maybe shouldn't be, and then they try and exploit that and push it so far that they accelerate their timings when they shouldn't be there, right? And with this logic, it's like Nigma is the draft that reacts to aggression, gets items, and then punishes. In this game, they did it kind of the inverse way. And because of that, they now need to go back to the original game plan of, guys, just push out the waves, wait for them to come to us, maybe wait for the Aegis. After the Aegis, we can smoke up, utilize our Centaur Blink, our Quap with the Orchid, fully jump this Luna killer off. Issue is, at that point, the net worths on all 3 cores on PSG Quest are relatively equal. So killing a Luna doesn't feel so good anymore. It's you got to kill all 3.
Fortification comes out, but they've got the tombstone on the high ground. Tier 2000 fully looking to keep the pressure going here. Knock, knock. Dragging Nigma home, of course. Miracle still out on the map, just trying to get as much farm as possible. A little awkward without the creep waves. TP up top.
They were the tower hits, by the way. I'm getting really good at this this Foley.
Gonna join an a cappella group, maybe.
Yeah. The next team fight, by the way, I am 100% doing this, just so you're aware. I am preemptively warning you. Like, next fight, you're casting, I'm in the background. I'm doing all the sounds.
Suddenly, how to mute just one caster has shot to the top of Google searches.
It has, but like, this is such a rare opportunity, And like, this is like a 1 in a million game. Like,
oh my god! Every time, man.
He's always on the edge. Kuro nearly dies to Tormentor, like every series. It's so scary. But like, I feel like Kuroki clearly he's there for the team. Sacrifices XP, tanks the Tormentor. He's a pillar for these, star players.
Yeah, other pods 5s, they see their health getting low. Oh no, I'm gonna back away.
Exactly.
Kuro, no, he just stares that Tormentor in the face and keeps hitting it.
Oh god, I'm so excited for this fight. I need to get props, guys. I need more sound effects.
Indeed,
I have a cookie that I can snap in half for when Centaur double edges or
hammer
something.
to smack on your desk. Make holes in the drywall.
But PSG Quest, they are just grouped up cleanly together now. They aren't going to leave each other's side. Utilize this Aegis, clean out all the outer towers. Only the mid-tier 2 stands. If they take this mid-tier 2, break the high ground, we could be entertaining mega creeps, especially because Luna soon has Butterfly. Yeah, buildings will be just deleted.
I mean, what is the win condition for Nigma Galaxy, inside of the fights?
It really will be tier 3 hold with Kuroki getting that clutch swap off. Unfortunately, he is only level 9, which in the grand scheme of it isn't too low when you look at all the other supports, right? Matthew's level 10, Amar Corey are level 10, but ideally getting maybe to level 12, having that second point in Never Swap, getting that Luna deeper into the base. There's no way Alina, who likes to free cast her spells, will enjoy doing it, having to walk into the Radiant base. So I do feel like Nigma is now on the respect the fact that they're super strong, but we are one clutch play away from making it all tumble down. Like, the net worth, it's only a 7k lead, right? The game feels like it's a 20k plus lead right now, just in how, empty
oh
the moves
no,
are.
they find Miracle farming the Ancients. He was deep. He was very, very deep as well. He had the scuba gear on, but it doesn't matter. Quest, they pull the fishing rod, and they catch a miracle.
Just these aren't the deaths you want. I mean, I think everyone knows this, but
he's been out on the map for such a long time. You know, like part of me is kind of like, well, they didn't break high ground with the Aegis, and he was going to get caught eventually, but yeah, it still feels bad.
You know it's rough as well when look at his quick buy. He went first item Lincoln's on the Morphling, into then Manta, which is fine for like farm and map play, into BKB. He went for the triple like defensive items. Yeah. This Lina and Lion together have got his number.
It was always going to be a hard Morphling game, to be fair. You know, you're playing into that instant lockdown. Lincoln's just not going to really be up to the test if Spike plus Hex, LSA. Still big threats on the board. Kuro now has been caught out as well. Trying to go for a bit of split push action. And another Gouda Blade. Another kill for the Lina. Oh. Wait. They're going for a bit of revenge here. Kaori getting pulled down. Samel and FBZ out on the map trying to find a bit of revenge, and they will. Retribution comes in as they bring down Kaori. So the game's kind of devolved into a bit of kind of skirmishing. Haven't had a team fight in a while, instead just random kills across the map. Miracle, of course, now respawning, goes straight to the middle lane and farming himself back up again. Manta finally completed for himself. Yeah, Quest without this Aegis, no longer looking for the death ball. Looking to be a bit more efficient on the map, just kind of extend their lead where they can. We'll see next point where they decide to make a play.
I think next Roshan will be that play.
Malik? I mean, he's in a very bad spot here. He's going to try and go for the TP out, and he should be able to do exactly... Oh, no, never mind. Kuro comes in. He's back from the dead, ready with the swap. And Malik, slowly but surely, going to get beaten down here. Whoa. He does get killed off in the end. Now, Matthew actually used the disruption on him, like, whilst he had the BKB on. So the very last second of the BKB just disappears for like a frame and then reappears with the enemy illusion.
Yeah,
that was kind of weird.
Cool. Yeah, I rate that. But yeah, okay. So... couple kills. I think if anything, Nigma should just be hoping they get given any freebies before Roshan spawns. It's a minute away that it could respawn. Of course, there's a window after as well. But that will be, I would assume, Nigma's real attempt at re-entering this game.
Yeah.
And right now, with Mars dead for 17, they are sweeping through the map right now. Lina does have a BKB. FBZ blinks in.
Immediate Shivas catches onto Omar. Great target for them to bring down. Hex, though, going to stop their stomp, but now the blast comes through. Oh, Jesus Christ.
But look at the
Laguna. Bye-bye, Pony.
Look at the minimap, though. Look how far away his team was when he jumped in. That was wild from the Centaur.
He was already far away, and then he blinks further, and a little bit far from home, but nevertheless... Nigma try to make some moves, doesn't quite pay off. Matthew likely going to be dropping here. Disruption is out. Buy him a little bit of time, but the LSA connects once again. Noob don't miss with that Aghanim's as well. Being able to fly over the cliffs and close the gap onto Matthew. And now, once again, a little bit of pressure on the high ground. Noob, tier 2000, Kaori and Omar all ready to start a siege here. Tombstone is down. Fortification out. 19 seconds on the Shadow Demon, so we'll be coming back shortly. Quest, they back away. They don't want to present Nigma with any opportunities. They don't want to give him a chance.
No, it's very disciplined for sure. Roshan is spawning in 35 seconds. And back they go. I'm trying to think. Where is the... Like, in theory, if this game was more stable, it's a pretty hard Luna game, right? You're playing into a Shadow Demon. There's like a Morphling that naturally can reposition and kill everyone else on your team. I feel like Nigma is playing very even though they're making very weird moves and getting picked off, they're still playing with the logic of we will outscale them at some point. I believe. It does feel like they're playing with that discipline. Like they're not rushing around the map. I guess my real question here to Nigma is how do they utilize Miracle picking up a BKB? Because that will allow him entry to a fight. He won't get hexed. Lina can't kill him off. And how will they use that to their advantage? Because it'll also be into an Aegis and a cheese and maybe like 15,000 gold deficit. But and Sumo's dead.
Oh, whoa. I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, noob TP'd mid and just killed him from the fog. It's the the nuisance of this build from Lina. Like, we don't see it often nowadays because of how in meta the carry version of the hero is with Gleipnir, but the cast range on Lina is so far that you just don't see yourself dying until it's too late.
Yeah. And not to mention, 1,528 magical damage in one burst. Cool. That's not something to mess with. That is not something to mess with. Meanwhile, the barracks are starting to fall. Quest have broken the base. No chance of a defense without their Queen of Pain, but she's respawning in 8 seconds. Do they make the play? Do they make the attempt at keeping their base alive? I feel like Quest aren't really giving them the option. I mean, Lina isn't here right now, but she does have the boots of travel, so it won't be long until she returns. She's actually just looking to see if she can snipe anybody off. The swap comes out onto TA2000, but they mess it up with the stun. And now it's FBZ who's in trouble instead inside the arena. Malik with the BKB, TA2000 just dealing the damage, taking down FBZ. He is going to be able to get a stampede off and get himself away. Curry not so lucky. Miracle, he's in very deep right now. He needs to get himself away, but cannot do so. Stunned up, taken down, gets out with the waveform. And Samel's actually be able to take out Curry on the sidelines, but gets stunned up to the barracks and taken down as well. TA2000 under the tier 4s, doesn't give a damn, just beating away at FBZ. Surely they can take the first life of the Luna here. Yes, they can. FBZ still alive for the time being as Miracle trying to fight up and force back Malik. In comes the Luna, back from the dead. Do they have the damage to take her down? She's going to kill off FBZ. Tier 2000 with the glaives bouncing around her as well. The damage reduction is just too much. Quest are going to be able to back themselves away. Well, Nigma, it costs them a lot, but they hold on to this game a little longer.
2 buybacks and a little bit of hope has been installed into Nigma, but yeah, for PSG Quest, that was quite the dive. From sieging the buildings, of course, the Venge swap pushed the Lina deep, so then now it's a forced dive rather than an optional dive. It's not the cleanest siege from PSG Quest, but of course 2 buybacks were needed. Sumo also didn't press BKB when he jumped in, so then he get speared up and then has to buy back as well. But I think for PSG Quest, they now need to decide between, do we go again without an Aegis, get swapped and it maybe get awkward? Do we now farm for another Aegis? I kind of feel that they're a smoke away from a pick-off and mega creeps, but we'll see how they want to play this one out. They do have the 15,000 gold lead, but at least for Miracle, he didn't die in the fight, right?
Yeah.
He has 3 defensive items and he finally survived an engagement.
Yep. Now let's get some aggression. Oh, yeah. Chrysalis. Amazing.
Yeah.
Damage online, boys.
Of course, it's win probability. It's 94% to the side of PSG Quest, and that isn't going to be budging. It really is just on if PSG Quest get a little bit too excited to go high ground. Like, oh, guys, they used 2 buybacks, go. And then suddenly, Luna's instantly dead and the game can get weird, right? But yeah, this game's still very much PSG Quest favored. He's about to complete the Kanda as well, so now he'll have his moon glaives bouncing off his lucent beams, and yeah, it's very obnoxious on this hero.
I mean, that fight kind of all for the way that Nigma were able to hold on was obviously the buybacks and also the fact that both supports were able to get off their saving abilities in the fight as well. Curry actually used his ability, his nether swap firstly as an aggressive swap to try and get the Luna out of position. Didn't quite combo up perfectly with a stomp, but still was able to bring the fight to them. Get the Luna under the tier 4s, where she stayed for the entire fight. Didn't move an inch. No, might be able to catch out Miracle here. Oh, the save comes through. Is it going to be enough, though? Matthew trying to help out his carry player, but Miracle, he's got the BKB. He's going to be able to leave. Matthew trades it all to keep Miracle alive. Oh, my God. What a save coming out from Matthew. But how much does it matter? Because now Quest, they see an opening. They're going for the barracks. TA2000, he just takes him so damn fast, and now the middle lane is all that remains for Nigma Galaxy in this game 1.
They smoke up on the Venge. They're looking for the swap, but the Glimmer, they disengage. They don't want to get dragged underneath tier 4s. They don't want this 22,000 gold lead to get a little bit funky, and yep, there it is. The discipline again from PSG Quest. We saw it in that mid lane engagement when they smoke, tried killing the quad, but then they pivot back to save the Lina within a matter of milliseconds. Same type of call being made here. some teams, they're so far ahead. Just get the mega creeps, guys. It's fine. No, they instantly retreat, reassess the situation, and they still might go back, but they're holding the triangle whilst they kind of decide this plan. I am liking how calm and collected PSG Quest are playing now. Oh.
He has eyes on Noob. Noob, he fences it, but he's not going to be able to get away. The Stampede is out. The damage is in. Yeah, sure, the BKB's out from Noob, but they've got the damage regardless. Big pick off for the side of Nigma Galaxy, but Quest, they're not going down without a fight. They're coming back in and trying to bring down Miracle. Miracle, no BKB for 5 seconds. He needs some help here. Where's it going to come from? Matthew and Kuro are here on the backlines, but Samael is already gone. They take him apart, and TA2000 just ripping through everyone right now. Miracle, he needs to leave, but he gets speared up. No BKB used. He's going to have to stand his ground here. BKB comes out, but he can't move. Gets away, form away. TP out as well. Miracle is going to survive. But does it matter? 2 heroes dead. 1 for 75 seconds on Samael. My God, he just got blown up so fast. Didn't even... I mean, Omar just... I think he precasted the Hex there or something because Samael just didn't get a chance to BKB. But surely in these fights, you have to preemptively BKB if you're going to jump in like that. Like... We've seen it time and time again. You do not get away with it.
It's so difficult,
just
right?
too quick.
Trying to get the man to dodge.
Luna, but mega creeps have already been grabbed. FBZ can't stand his ground against TA2000. He's just too big and tanky. And once again, Quest with the discipline. They're happy with the megas, but they are going to have a window of about 20 seconds where they'll have their Lina, and there will be no Queen of Pain still. If they can force a fight in that time zone, then yeah, it's going to be really rough for the side of Nigma, and it's already looking pretty rough for Nigma as they spear back Kuro into the jaws of TA2000. FBZ also going to get brought down as well here. Godlike for TA2000, tearing it up on the Luna right now. GG is called in game number 1. It goes to PSG Quest in 35 minutes.
Yeah, quite a game from PSG Quest. I think we're not really giving out MVPs, but I think Omar on the Lion